Welcome to Echoes of My Imagination. My name is Tracy Lee. Sit down, relax, let me tell you a story. Today's story is called The Daughter of the Tide Throne. Before the towers cracked and the light dimmed, there was the House of Tides, one of Atlantis's oldest bloodlines, their power rooted not in rule, but in rhythm. They did not lead from above, they listened from below. From their sanctum, deep in the coastal arcology of Varelis, where ocean meets sky in seamless frequency, came a child born into prophecy. Her name was Shala. Let's get into it. She was born during the convergence of 7 moons, when the tidewater stilled and bioluminescent plankton formed a spiral across the bay. Her first cry echoed through the shell temples and silenced a flock of flight beasts overhead. The high diviners wept, for the prophecy had been spoken. When the sea listens to the sky, the vessel of memory shall awaken. From infancy, Shala could sense emotion through water. Tears were letters to her. Sweat spoke of betrayal. The ocean fed her dreams, and in turn, she offered it visions. At age 3, she told her grieving widow the location of her husband's lost skimmer, and the message he had never sent. At 6, she wandered to the edge of a forbidden reef and fell into a trance. When they found her, she whispered names, hundreds, each belonging to someone not yet born. At 12, she was taken into the Moonwater Order, Atlantis's most sacred circle of dreamseers, trained to shape timelines through inner journey. There, girls like her were taught to separate self from signal, to channel responsibly, to obey the triune codes of harmonic conduct. Shala struggled. She did not want to observe. She wanted to speak. She did not want to erase emotion. She wanted to feel. She began to alter the dream chambers, adding shells to amplify sorrow, crystals that reflected shadow instead of purity. She dared to interpret the dreams rather than report them. And then she told the truth. She saw the collapse before anyone else. She dreamt of sky walls turning to sand, of frequencies warped by hunger, of the high triad drawing too deeply from the earth's inner song lines. She stood before the elders and said, "The pulse is cracking, the breath is binding. We will drown in light if we do not listen to the dark." They called her fractured, diseased, too merged with the water element, too much emotion, too much will. And they exiled her to the reefs. Banished from Varelis, Shala made her home among the coral whispers and drift traders. She turned her gifts towards the forgotten, fisher scribes, boat mothers, reef children. She taught them how to speak dream into stone, how to encode love into tide maps. The high order ignored her until the first tremors came. When the sea began refusing to rise on command, and the dream chambers began reflecting only silence, they sent a delegation to beg her to return. She did not go, but she gave them a conch and said, "Listen to it in the final moment. It will remember us." When the tidal walls broke and the high city lights were extinguished, Shala walked into the ocean with no robe, no blade, no symbol. Only her heartbeat and the name of every soul she had ever guided. They say she dissolved into foam, but her energy remained. And when the waters calmed, one conch washed ashore. It hums when held by those who remember truth. And sometimes, just sometimes, it speaks, not with prophecy, but with remembrance. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening to Echoes of My Imagination. I'm Tracy Lee. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and follow, and I'll catch you next time.